Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to the live stream here on the channel. Glad to see you guys all in here again today. We have Indiana, Haley, Caleb, Pete, as well as Catman, Kevin. And if I go up a little bit further, let me just make sure. Let's see. I think that's just about everybody. My chat doesn't go all the way up for some reason. But welcome everyone who is in the live stream, as well as everyone who may not be chatting. Glad to have you here as well. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive right on into this. We're, of course, going to be talking about our Category 4 Typhoon. That's what it is, a Typhoon. It's not a hurricane. I'm probably going to mess it up a couple times. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday. We're going to be just watching this Typhoon here, as it's probably going to be attempting an Eyewall replacement cycle pretty soon. You can see the radar imagery above my face cam. I'll switch you all over there so we can get a quick look at that. There you go. So obviously, this looks like a Category 4 Typhoon. It is a Cat 4. If you looked at the community post yesterday, I said that this was expected to be a Cat 2, and then we woke up to this thing being forecasted to be a Cat 4. That's normally how it goes in 2024. So, yeah, we probably have another radar scan of this. Let me just refresh. See if we got one. Yep, there's your newest radar scan. And there's Taiwan. So, I mean, gracious day. This thing is ginormous compared to Taiwan. I think it's like the Typhoon force wind speeds will probably be limited relatively to just this small portion of the storm. But the overall size of the storm is ridiculous. I mean, this storm is extremely large. I'll switch you back over here to the satellite imagery. And you can see some of the bands from this typhoon go really, really far north. I mean, they go really, really ridiculously far up to the north. And then again, your hurricane force wind speeds are probably limited to generally this little area here, right in and around that Eyewall area. So we'll see what this looks like for Taiwan tomorrow. Landfall is expected to be, I believe landfall is supposed to be right around 7 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. This storm's slowly but surely moving up to the west-northwest, and I do want to loop this really quick just to see. Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be a direct hit. I want to go back to your, or not back to, because you guys haven't seen them, but I want to go to Tropical Tidbits real quick so we can see the ensembles, because I looked at these earlier this morning. Yeah, see, they kind of still have it being more of a close call for northern Taiwan, but it doesn't appear to be the case. So that's a quick little briefing. All right, we're done this stream. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome, Jim. Glad to see you in here. I want to quickly show you guys. Here's a picture of the storm I caught today. This was up there near Oak Level, Virginia, which I believe is just on the far southern side of Roanoke, well to the south of Roanoke, Virginia. Cool little I almost want to say almost a supercell. It wasn't rotating, but it looked really good on radar. And of course, as always, after I went through it, it began to strengthen to my east. I disengaged the chase because I would have had to go another hour east to catch up to it, and I just didn't feel like it would be worth it. So there's your nice, cool looking cloud there. Maybe some scud in it too. I just wanted to get out there and chase a bit today, so I did. Big shout out to Lucky there for telling me to go because I was still unsure, and I'm still unsure if that was the main event or not. We have a lot more storms around us. This is your current look at radar. I know this is Typhoon, but I want to just go over quick U.S. radar stuff. This is out here in my neck of the woods. A lot of storms to my east and to my west. The reason for the early stream, I was debating going live early or not, is for the potential of these storms to go upscale in and around my area. So I may chase again tonight. We'll see about that, but just a quick kind of briefing on your U.S. weather. Today's risk is a marginal level 1 out in my area, level 1 up towards Chicago, and a level 1 out in Cali. Tomorrow, we've got a lot of other level 1s. Day 3, we have just normal general thunderstorm risk and nothing from the 4 to 8 outlook. So not really a lot to talk about severe weather-wise, just a lot of isolated thunderstorms, and that's the type of stuff I chased today. And yeah, shouldn't be anything notable. There shouldn't be anything notable, anything over the top anytime soon in the U.S. There is still that potential for a derecho setup to occur, or a significant line setup to occur, but it seems like that's becoming less and less likely. I know July 25th looks interesting. July 24th, which is tomorrow, also looks interesting, but both of those days look to be capped out to the point where I don't think it's going to be anything notable. At first I thought it was, but it looks like they're going to be capped out, so storms just straight up probably won't even fire, so good news there. But let me go ahead and switch on back over to our Typhoon, because that's kind of what we're here to talk about. Let me go ahead and show you guys the forecast now. Take note, the JTWC, which I almost want to just call it the Western Pacific NHC. That's pretty much what it is. Oh, never mind. They fixed it. Okay, never mind. I was going to say they didn't take note to the new update that was issued, but I take that back. They did. They did actually take note to that new update. They did an urgent update, I believe, around 19Z. This is going to be their 21Z update, which is their 5 o'clock update, an hour and 3 minutes early. And you can see they have this being 140 mile per hour winds now. I didn't show a graphic on YouTube, but on Twitter almost 5 hours ago, I talked about this thing rapidly intensifying. At this point here, it was a Category 2 with winds of 110 sustained. 6 hours later, it's now a Category 4 with winds sustained at 140. So we completely skipped over Cat 3 status. We went from high-end Cat 2 to right up to mid-tier Category 4. And you see that 130 knot? That's where we're anticipating a borderline Cat 5. This thing's going to get 1 to 2 miles shy of a Category 5 hurricane pending the Eyewall replacement cycle. We're expecting a Eyewall replacement cycle with this storm. It's just like Beryl. If you guys remember the night before Beryl made landfall in the Lesser Antilles towards Grenada, we were talking about that Eyewall replacement cycle, and it all depended on when that Eyewall replacement cycle occurred. Same goes for here. This storm currently located at this dot here. If it does an Eyewall replacement cycle now, we are in big trouble. But if it waits until tomorrow just before landfall, then hopefully as it's doing that Eyewall replacement cycle, it makes landfall. That's the best case scenario. Because as it's trying to recycle and strengthen more, it actually would be weakened a little bit. So for an Eyewall replacement cycle to occur, typically hurricanes are going to weaken by 5-10 miles per hour, and then they're going to intensify right back up, if not beyond what they were before, kind of like Beryl did. You know, after Beryl's Eyewall replacement cycle, it hit Cat 4, then it immediately hit Cat 5, then it hit Cat 5 165. So I don't think we're going to see that ordeal, because this storm has, probably about 12, no, a little bit more than that, about 16-ish hours of water time left. I'll go check our newest model run data. Landfall's anticipated to be right around, if it's noon, I can cover it. This says noon, which I don't know about that. I don't know if this storm's going that slow. But if it is, maybe we could cover Landfall tomorrow afternoon. I should be available. I don't know. Oh, whoa! I just got put in an MCD. Sweet. An increase in both thunderstorm coverage and intensity is expected across North Carolina and Virginia over the next. Oh, Southern Virginia. Ha! They literally just. Man, you might as well put a big circle over my house. Across Southern Virginia over the next 2 to 3 hours, 60-mile-an-hour winds and some hail. Wow, hail will be possible. No watch issuance is expected at this time. Wow. Wow. So intensity is expected to increase. That is the strongest wording MCD I think I have had in the whole year. Minus the one me and Lucky went chasing. Oh, hey, Lucky. Speaking of Lucky, he legit just joined the call. I was just talking about you. Oh my word, that's crazy. He's oh, there he is. I'll unmute him. Hi, Lucky.
Good morning.
We just got put on an MCD together. And if you look, they're literally expecting storms to intensify.
Yeah, I mean, there's a special weather statement to my east, southeast.
Dude.
Yeah, Raleigh. I think that might have been what I sent you. Don't know. Don't hold me on that. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks pretty gusty. I mean, these storms to the southwest look terrible at the moment.
Yeah,
Oh
to
my
me.
goodness. Lucky might have to try to pronounce this one. Lucky, if you want to go to Tropical Tidbits and try to pronounce the name of the typhoon, go right ahead. I want to see if. I think I know.
GAEMI.
I think he's right. I think it is GAEMI. I think it's GAEMI. Now, I believe Lucky's going to be correct on that. So there you go. GAEMI. I think that's what it's called.
It's Jamie with the G in weird spelling.
Yeah, true. It is. What was I doing now?
Talking about the MCD.
This one. No, I was trying to find out my my radar site. See if it updated. Yay, it updated again. Let me go ahead and switch this. I'm gonna get Lucky's input on this. Lucky, you're the hurricane expert. No, this isn't really a hurricane, but you're the hurricane expert apparently. I want to see what you think about an eyewall replacement cycle occurring right now. Because to me, it looks really, really well defined. Catman, you can get on this too. I don't know about microwave imagery. I don't know how to access that. I guess I'll just never know in this lifetime.
I don't want to play a stupid loop. What is this?
You gotta click 3 hours and then click play. Even though it's really slow and annoying, but hey, it's better than nothing. This is one of the most high definition, if not the most high definition radar I've ever seen outside of the US and Canada. I'm using cwa.gov. That is what I'm using. It's Taiwan's National Weather Service. But yeah, that's a current look, y'all, at our typhoon. We'll go all the way to the current radar. Looks absolutely crazy right now on reflectivity. It definitely has a look of a Cat 4, I could tell you that. The main question is if this thing is going to do an eyewall replacement cycle. If you look above my face cam, you'll see the current imagery, satellite imagery, infrared satellite imagery. The eye is currently clouded over, so that's not the best case scenario in terms of strengthening for this storm. But it is slowly but surely trying its best to strengthen, and it should continue that slow strengthening from here on out. It was rapid. I don't know if you saw my tweet, Lucky, but it strengthened 30 miles per hour in 6 hours.
In 6 hours.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's all it takes is for it to get an eye. And that's what it did. It got an eye and it was able to intensify really rapidly.
Yeah.
Man, very, very impressive. All right, let me go and put y'all back on over here to our satellite. So again, here's Taiwan. right out in this area. And not hurricane, our typhoon is expected to track generally up like this. Generally like this. So it should continue a little bit of a northwestern motion here, and it should clip the northern side of Taiwan. I don't know where the most population is in Taiwan. I wonder if Radar Omega actually goes out to Taiwan. Oh, it does. Let's see. Now that's a lot of population on the southern side.
I definitely think this thing is definitely trying to do an
Yikes.
eyewall replacement cycle.
Yeah, the western side of Taiwan seems to be extremely populated, but there's a city on the northeast side of Taiwan. That's probably going to be our biggest concern in terms of impacts. I want to go to the JTWC graphic. So this is their graphic. I didn't even know I had it pulled up, to be honest with you. Yeah,
Dude,
so
that's like,
you got.
dude, this convection, dude. That's like the most I've seen for like, or one of the most I've seen for any type of typhoon slash hurricane.
Yeah,
Just pink all around.
yeah. I mean, it is extremely intense.
So now our replacement cycle, I think it's gonna try. I think it's trying to do that, or I think it's just gonna keep trying to produce that eye. I did see it did, but it didn't like fully do it because right after it, you thought it formed an eye, it's either doing a replacement cycle or it's just still not ready. But I mean, with what from just looking at satellite, it's got to be in a very, very, very good environment. So I would say it probably is undergoing a replacement cycle.
Are you sure about that? No.
Yeah, I am sure.
You're sure it's doing an eyewall replacement cycle? Really? I mean, it's definitely it formed that eye, and it still looks pretty healthy on reflectivity. But I
No, but
mean,
like
you
the
you can.
reflectivity is different from satellite because I mean, think about it. Reflectivity, almost not every, but if you see an eye on a satellite, you're gonna see an eye on radar. But on radar, it's gonna be so much different because it depends how much you're looking up. See, satellite, there's just you're basically like looking down, basically, because it's a satellite.
Thank you for your
So
input, Lucky. I didn't know that.
yeah, well, I'm sure you did, but at the same time, you gotta think about it. If a storm doesn't have an eye on satellite, I might have an eye on a radar. I've seen it plenty of times.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, you've even seen it with like tropical storms.
Exactly.
You could see a very jaggedy eye.
It's just not on satellite.
Yeah. And I don't think I've ever seen a satellite eye with a tropical storm.
I don't think I have
I
either.
don't think it. Well, until they update it to a hurricane, of course.
Until yeah, obviously.
But yeah, I mean, if you look on reflectivity, Lucky, I noticed it. It looks like there's two eyes. Like you can see where that outer eye wall could easily become the primary eye. If you
Yeah.
remember, like remember Ian? Everyone was thinking that outer eye was just an eye wall and not the actual second eye. And then boom, it recycled, and that thing's. I mean, Ian's eye was crazy. I think that was the biggest eye I've ever seen in a hurricane. I can barely even recall that, but I do remember it being ginormous after that eye wall replacement cycle, just before hitting southern Florida. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch on back over here. There we go. Yeah, so
They're already experiencing a lot of rainfall.
no, really, yes, they are lucky.
I mean, they use millimeters, so I don't know what that is compared to
Whoa! I didn't even realize
so
it till just now.
what?
Look how whoa! It's like it's not stalling because that's always what it looks like on satellite, but it's like turning a lot more north. Look at that on the loop. If you loop it, you can clearly tell like it's moving northwest, and then over the last couple minutes, probably the last hour or so, it's starting to turn more north. I'd have to guess that's just the eye starting to collapse. Wow. I didn't notice that until just now. Well, yeah, that eyewall replacement cycle, it's definitely going to take a few hours, but that's what's going to be an issue. If it was fast, maybe it could weaken a bit before it approaches, but the fact that it's going to slowly take on the second eyewall replacement cycle, um, it's not going to... It's going to strengthen. It's going to strengthen before landfall, and it's going to be a worst case scenario if it is doing an eyewall replacement cycle now, which I don't really see a way that it's not. So I'm going to have to agree with Lucky on that. The only reason why is because what else would it be doing? What else could this thing be doing other than a eyewall replacement cycle? I mean, unless it's just dying out, which I don't think that's going to happen. I'm getting rain. Or about. Nope, never mind. It's going to go to my north. Never mind, never mind. False alarm, false alarm. I'm sorry. I thought I was about to get some rain. Oh, the SPC just did an Outlook update. I wonder if they did a hail risk there. Nope. It's funny how they were mentioning hail in the new MD, and then on their newest update, they just poof. Hey, they didn't put a hail risk. Let's see here. Okay, they didn't add anything new on my neck of the woods. Therefore, we don't really want to look at the discussion. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this because I've had it up already for a bit. There we go. So that's your, this is your ensembles. Which, like I said, they're going to have a little bit of weakening. I can't tell if that 961 is on landfall or just before. Lucky. I'm trying to get him to wake up again. He's not waking up. I'll ask chat then. All right, chat, we're going to play a quick little guessing game. What sustained wind speeds do you think this hurricane or typhoon will make landfall as? It's a typhoon. My goodness. JTWC is predicting 155 miles per hour. It's doing an eyewall replacement cycle, so it could be 155. It's going to range anywhere probably between 150 and 160, if I had to guess. So 155 is the safest bet. Catman's going to go on the higher 9, 160, higher side. 155, 155, 160. And then there's Caleb trolling. 170, jeez. You must think it's 2024. 176, yikes. Yeah, Lucky's going to spaz when he hears these numbers.
Alright, I'm back.
What's your guess on the estimated sustained wind speeds on landfall, Lucky? JTWC has it at 155, and most of chat says 155.
I don't know. 160 then?
That's what I'm going to say, too. So, me, you, and Catman all say 160. It's got to be by 5 miles per hour, y'all. They're not going to say exact wind speeds, unless they somehow get a person to take a MEDAR station and flop it in the middle of the eye, or the outer eye wall. I don't think they're going to say the exact wind speed numbers. So, yeah, I think it's going to be somewhere between 150 and 160. If it's more than 160, I can't say I'd be surprised, but I just don't think that's likely. Should have gotten a new satellite, or no, a new reflectivity. Ooh, look at that. It's becoming more and more defined on that eyewall replacement cycle. Look at that. So here's the new one, old one, new one. Oh yeah, it's definitely doing an eyewall replacement cycle. Look at that. So it's definitely going to fall apart and probably recycle. Hence, eyewall replacement cycle. Exactly when, though? I don't know. I mean, this thing could stay pretty broken for a while. So that's the eye. You can see how much organized they got over there over the rapid intensification period. And you could tell, look at it. You could tell. So moving northwest, 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 and stalls for just a second, and then starts to move more north. They don't do 170 outlooks? That's something. I thought JTWC would be going even further than the National Hurricane Center. There we go. I heard you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, by the way, you can loop the radar easily with the down and up radar keys. Well, now it won't work. Oh, you got to select the time first, and then you can do it. It's definitely turning more north. Look at that. Lucky, would you chase this hurricane if it came to North Carolina? Even though this is a typhoon, but if it was in the Atlantic, it'd be a hurricane. You chase a Cat 4?
Yes.
I don't know if I chase a Cat 4.
I just wouldn't be on the coast. I'd probably be more inland.
I don't know about chasing a Cat 4, man.
Like, let's say it went to, I don't know, Myrtle Beach. I would be probably... if you zoom in, probably... I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude. Conway?
Conway?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Conway or a little bit northwest of that near Pool Spring. I don't know if you see that.
I want my first intercept to be a Cat 1. That's what I want.
So I know we were talking about this. This was our first intercept, but if this
Well,
was our first intercept, then no.
Yeah.
I would need to see the Cat 1.
Yeah. I need some experience before intercepting this.
So what happened to that supposed hurricane coming to North Carolina, dude?
It's on the European now.
What,
but
dude?
It's actually a depression, though. And it's for Florida, not us.
Dang, dude.
But it's not going to happen. I mean, it might happen eventually. We might see something.
Here, would you ever chase a Cat 5? Eventually.
Oh, yeah. I chase a Cat 6. Oh, wait. That doesn't exist. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Sometimes these typhoons, they make me think Cat 6s exist. Because some of them have been wild. But no. You only have 5 scales. You can't go to 6. For those who watched the TikTok lady. What was that, last year?
Oh, yeah, dude. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be a Category 6 that hit
I'm
North Carolina
pretty
in
sure.
September?
Yeah, like September something.
September, like, 19th.
I don't know what date
I marked
it was.
that date, bro. That's two months away. I was about to say 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, that was last year. You're gonna miss it by a year, buddy.
Oh wait, no. Oh
yeah, that was 2023.
Last season?
Yeah.
Last season or this season?
No, that was for last season.
Oh yeah, dude, that didn't happen, dude.
How do you know though?
Because I live in North Carolina.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're positive.
Yeah, positive. 100%.
I don't know, man. You miss a lot of storms. You're in Raleigh, so you miss a lot of storms towards the coastline.
I know, dude.
I bet you didn't even see what that Myrtle Beach had a water spout about a week ago.
That's cool, dude. Can't chase it because it's in the water, dude.
You can boat chase. Why does this keep changing?
With what boat?
With a boat.
Yeah, with what money to get the boat?
I don't know. What is this purple one? This purple one is the EM model. It doesn't say. It goes off the map. I think that might be the GM model. I don't know. But there's all your 3 main model runs apparently. And there's quite the agreement that it's going to hit somewhere in northeastern Taiwan. The GFS model is totally normal. It has it going up into Taiwan. and then pulling a 2024 moment and pulling around and hitting the same spot again, and then going up and hitting. what what the heck? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it actually does hit it for a third time because it nicks the northeast quadrant. So it makes 1, 2, 3 landfalls on northeast Taiwan. Gracious. Holy crap. I want to see that on a model run. Holy moly. What? I wonder what GFS that is. Let me see what GFS it is. It is 18Z. I don't know what Lucky said. Wait, how could that be 18Z if the 18Z ain't rendered in yet? What? That makes no sense. So it moves up, and then it just dissipates. Yeah, that's the 12Z. Oh my goodness, and then we get another 3 or 4 typhoons, apparently. GFS always throws those typhoons out. That's not something you need to listen to. What was I going to look at? Yeah, I want to see if the GFS 18Z's in. Nope. It's lying.
Oh, they lying. Oh, I'm tired.
You're loud. I'm going to turn you down. There we go. Now you're better. There's a storm to my north, and it looks chaseable. Even though it has no lightning and doesn't look that interesting at the moment. But, I mean, I could still chase it. Alright, let me go back over to here. You're muted, Lucky. You are so lucky. You are so lucky. Holy cow. This dude really lives up to his name of Lucky, doesn't he? He is so lucky that I muted him. Sure, buddy. You think we'll get another one today? I don't know. I don't think so. There's not really a risk for tornadoes. There's a bit of a sleeper NATO risk in North Carolina, Virginia. We just got a new meso-analysis. Let's see if it's any better. There's a 4! Lucky, there's a 4 supercell composite. No. 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 And the capping's building into yeah, southeastern Virginia. Told you it was going to be building in. Yep. Told you it'd be building in, man. I still have a NATO risk. This storm better intensify. Not this one. I don't know why this one's here. I wish this one was not here because it's going to use up the little environment I have left. This storm needs to get its act together and then hit me. Wait, no, that's not where I am. Right. Hit me. There we go. Needs to go just like that, and then it will hit me head on. I don't see much severe weather potential. You'll have to talk to Lucky about severe weather. He's the one who looks at model runs every day. Totally. Let me go see. Severe, like I said, we're leaving tornado season, so any severe weather is just going to be some wind bag threat, most likely. Or it's going to be very capped out. Let's see. Models are showing... Ooh. Yeah, but it's capped out. There might be some severe potential next Tuesday on the 30th or so. Maybe. Just maybe. Let me see if you have anything, Lucky. Yes, there is lightning off to your southeast. I see rain over you, yeah. No. The derecho was insane. I believe there was about 30 tornadoes in 48 hours. I'm going to correct you. There was actually 40 tornadoes in the matter of, I think, more like 6 hours. It's more like 6 hours. We had 40 tornadoes. And yes, that was a derecho. It's classified as such now. Is this thing hitting wind shear? Look at the northern side. It looks like completely sheared off. Let me look at the... Let's see. I don't think I'm on the right website. I'm not. I'll have to go on my other monitor. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and share the stream with your family and friends to help us spread this weather information to more people. Lucky messed me up completely. He decided to be mean. Let me go over. I'm very distracted by trying to find this thing. Where in the world is this? It's not loading. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's no wind shear. I don't know what this thing's on about. I think it's just struggling slightly. Should have a new radar update in about 9 minutes. Let me make sure that that's muted too. Okay. Do you feel like Indiana is the second tornado alley? Everyone says it is. It's not the second tornado alley because there's a lot of tornado alleys. That's what a lot of people mistaken. There's not just one tornado alley. You have a lot of alleys here. You've got, if I zoom out, you've got the main tornado alley back out here. You have Dixie Alley. You have Carolina Alley. You have the other alley up here that I can't remember. I believe those are your 4 notable tornado alleys, which I don't think I've ever seen Carolina Alley do a freaking thing. Dixie Alley, I've seen pop off. I've seen this pop off, and I've seen this pop off. Last year, pretty much like the last 3 years, Dixie Alley was the new tornado alley. This year, our traditional tornado alley has been popping off like it normally does. Dixie Alley has been very inactive this year, with the exception of now above average tornado season for Louisiana, thanks to a tropical storm, or at the time, nope, it was tropical storm Beryl over Louisiana at the time, caused 50 some tornadoes. So yeah, there's like 4 alleys. I could look up, there may be more, but I believe there's 4 alleys. Let's see. But Tornado Alley, Dixie Alley are the main 2. But yeah, yep, there's Carolina Alley. Which Carolina Alley is actually not that designated. I mean, I've seen it like here, and then this map that I'm looking at now says that it's only in central North Carolina. I always thought that it was like in this area here for Carolina Alley. I'd say Charlotte's probably the hot spot. That's where I think most of our tornado activity is, in North Carolina. All right, back over here. Satellite data. Let's go all the way to the newest one. There you go. I mean, you can still see the eye. You can still see the eye quite clearly. I don't know if this thing's going to be doing an eyewall replacement cycle or not. It's still very well defined. You could look at the satellite right here, and then the radar above my face cam. I mean, you still have a very well defined eye and outer eyewall. So it might take a long time to do that eyewall replacement cycle, if it even can. That is in terms of it maybe doing it tonight. But who knows? Alright, let me see. Do we have the 19ZH triple R? Yes, it's 100% in. My word, I'm very late to the party. And it shows trash tonight. It really shows trash tonight for me. I'll still chase if something manages to look decent. Yeah. Let me go back over to... Let me loop it real quick. So like I said, it's starting to take a little bit of a northern turn to it. That's really expected because we're expecting it to make landfall generally here, right around where I've circled. So it should have a little bit more of a northern turn and then begin to move more northwest. I mean, or it could have just continued to move northwest. We don't really know. We'll wait and see. But it should hit somewhere here. JTWC is forecasting like right in here, I believe, for landfall. So we'll see what happens as this progresses off to the northwest. Currently moving north. Let me quickly check something. Okay. Gulf looks interesting. No. Why does it look interesting? What are you talking about? There ain't anything in the Gulf. I don't think we'll see anything in the Gulf for a while. I mean, unless the Europeans correct with a quick spin up happening near Florida. Sea surface temperature wise, yeah. I mean, it's looked interesting sea surface temperature wise for like the last 4 months. It's been ridiculous for like the last 3-4 months. I want to go ahead and quickly check the forecast again. Here's your forecast cone from the JTWC. Again, we're currently at this general area here with sustained winds of about 140 miles per hour, and it's expected to intensify to 155 mile an hour winds sustained just before landfall. And we'll see what happens by the time it makes landfall. I'm going to go with what Lucky said and Catman said as well. 160 mile per hour wind speeds is my predicted landfall wind speeds. But it could be 150, it could be 145, it could be even less than that. 155 is what they're saying. That's just an estimate, so yeah, we shall see. But I mean, it was a tropical storm right here. Then Cat 1, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 2, I believe, and then Cat 4. This is where it rapidly intensified right here. And I don't know if it's still rapidly intensifying. It doesn't really look like it's on an intensification phase to me. Looks like it's more maintaining at the moment. At your newest satellite imagery there, about 15 minutes ago or so. I mean, it still looks healthy. And then the newest radar 13 minutes ago above my face cam as well. Still a very healthy typhoon. Not exactly what we were forecasting the other day. We were thinking a category 2, even though all the models were pointing towards like Cat 4. I knew it was a big possibility. I don't know if I ever noted it, but I knew it was a big possibility. So there's your eyewall right here, and then you have your outer eyewall here as well. So now we're just waiting to see if that inner eyewall can dissipate and the outer eyewall becomes the new inner eyewall, which is an eyewall replacement cycle. Look at that. The unfortunate thing is this is really more lopsided on the northwest and west side. So most of your not tropical activity, most of like your rain and wind speeds are going to be here. It's going to be lopsided on the west side. So unfortunately, that's going to increase a lot of the rainfall totals. I think at one point we had model run showing like 60 inches of rainfall. out of this thing. I don't know if those are still present. Oops. Let me go over here to Taiwan. See if I can find Taiwan. Is that Taiwan? No. That's Taiwan. Yeah. Precipitation totals. I mean, still showing a lot of rainfall. I'm going to go do a more specific one with windy.com. GFS model, precipitation totals. There we go. Now I'll be able to see exactly how much rain this shows. 15 inches of rainfall. Yikes. Up to 20 inches of rainfall. Ooh, up to 30, actually. Gracious day. That is a lot of rain from one typhoon. That's just the GFS model. The icon model says, let me see. The icon model has quite a bit less, up to 22 inches of rainfall. European model, up to 20. Okay, so it's up to really up to 20 across the board. Whatever the heck the MSM model run is, has up to 52 inches of rainfall occurring. So most of the rain is probably going to be located in the middle portion of Taiwan, as well as right where it makes landfall on the northeast side. So generally out in this area is probably going to have the most rainfall. I wish I had a map that had the town names, but that probably wouldn't help too much. Okay, YouTube, why are you glitching on me? Can't see the chat again. Why do they call it typhoon instead of hurricane? Because of where it's located in coordination to the equator. So if I show you here, switch all here. So this, we call this area, I believe this whole region here is going to be, nope, not that whole area. This area here is going to be cyclones, or typhoons rather, typhoons. I believe this small area here is cyclones, and this area is typhoons over this way, and then this stuff's hurricanes and hurricanes. This is the area that I haven't memorized enough of. Like, half of it's cyclones, other half is typhoons. Let me look it up for you. Let me quickly check. Oh, so is that whole area? That is just weird. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. This area here is cyclones, which makes sense. This whole area is cyclones. Which I don't think we've ever seen. Do we see cyclones in the Southern Pacific? So this whole area is cyclones, including this northeastern portion too. I just didn't catch it. This whole area, let me see how far that goes. All the way till the Central Pacific. So this area here is typhoons. And then everything else is hurricane. This is all hurricane here. This is all hurricane here. So south of the equator, going into the Indian Ocean, is going to be your area of cyclones. Very weird. But basically, Indian Ocean is cyclones. Your Western Pacific is typhoons. Central Pacific, hurricanes. Eastern Pacific, hurricanes. Anywhere in the Atlantic is hurricanes too. So, confusing. Very confusing. Indian Ocean is cyclones, and the Western Pacific is typhoons. I'm just going to start calling them spinny things. All right, let's go back over to, let's see, our satellite again. Gracious day, I have way too many open. Let's go back to our satellite. It might be getting day over there. It should be getting day. It's 5 a.m. over there. What am I talking about? It won't be getting day closer towards like 7. You never know. Let me just check. 5 a.m. the sun rises. Okay, maybe not. You never know. I had to check. I had to check. Alrighty. We're getting close to concluding, though, y'all. If you haven't already, make sure you have hit that like button and shared this channel and stream with your family, friends, social media. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell set to all. The next live stream probably won't be for a while. We're going to end here in about 10-ish minutes or so to make it about an hour. But I don't really... unless I manage to find the time to live stream this thing making landfall, I don't plan to do a live stream probably anytime soon until this stuff gets active again. It's going to really be last second live streams because I want to take as many breaks as possible before hurricane season kicks up in the Atlantic again, and then we have to start doing, 1 to 2 live streams every single day with videos twice a week like we were doing with barrels. So, yeah. I do plan to do a gaming stream tonight, pending on a storm chase. But me and Lucky will probably be live doing a gaming stream on the gaming channel for those who follow that. And I mean, we'll see what the rest of the U.S. weather has to hold this week. If we need to go live at any time, I'll be ready for it, unless it's overnight. And the Atlantic should stay quiet for a while. I mean, here is your CPC outlook for the next couple weeks. And they did add another AOI out there. So from the 31st to the 6th, we have a 10% or about a 20% chance in this area. And then from the 7th to the 13th, like we were talking about in our latest video, they actually did highlight a 20% chance a little bit further east. We were talking about model runs showing signs of more activity on the northern edge of that MDR area. So basically, we'll just keep an eye on the tropics. If anybody's going to see tropical impacts out of this stuff, it'd probably be somewhere in the Eastern Gulf, but I highly doubt that. I highly, highly, highly doubt we will see anything in terms of U.S. impacts from tropical systems, unless it's like rain. Just some rain. Go ahead and refresh this. Make sure we didn't get a new advisory. We're still at the 21Z advisory. There we go. See you later, Indiana. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, this thing's going to get its act together again quickly. I just wonder how quickly it's going to be able to do that. Let me refresh our radar. This will probably be the last look at the radar we see in terms of a radar update. Still a good eye. I mean, it's just not the best anymore. The last scan was better. That's your new scan. It's still good. You can see it's starting to take that west wobble again. So it's probably done moving north, and it's going to begin to move more west now. Link to the gaming channel? Sure. I'm going to have to give you the video, though, like I did last time, because, well, actually, I'll do the gaming stream. This isn't the one we're doing today. I don't even know what game we're going to play over there, but we'll do something. It's going to be a little bit later, though, because I'll probably end up chasing. Depending on whatever this garbage decides to do. I don't know. This looks pretty darn poor here. I'm really glad I chased that storm earlier today. Because this stuff is not looking too good. When did they say activity would increase? MCD. 6 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. should be the prime activity on this. Yeah. I don't know about that. That's typically when the atmosphere is very capped out. Alrighty. I'm gonna take one last look at well, shoot, I could do that after I end the stream. I could do that after I end the stream. I'll look at mesoanalysis. Figure out where I'm gonna go. Yeah, I should probably try that, Caleb. I should probably try to get onto that. I have a few things I want to do, but I just never get to them. I'll try to get more commands in there. I'll have to work with Nightbot. It ain't the most fun to work with, but anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was kind of a last second stream ordeal. I wanted to go live earlier so that way I didn't have to, that way I could just in case I do a chase. Just in case I do a chase, because I wanted to go live and just talk about this a little bit, even if it was just for about an hour. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your, I don't know what day it is, Tuesday. Yeah, that day. Thank you, mods, for modding chat. I'll probably see you guys in a gaming stream. I can't guarantee a gaming stream, but I hope I'll be able to do one tonight. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in. And yeah, make sure you leave a like on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this all year round, and we also do it for areas outside the U.S. Hence why we were talking about this typhoon today. And that's gonna be about it. I accidentally closed my radar. I want to get that back open. Open back up that radar site because I'm gonna be looking at it all day today for the rest of the night. So, yeah, I appreciate all the mods tuning in and on the chat. Chip, Caleb, Pete, Catman, Parliament, I believe was in here. Parliament, glad to see you back on in here. Glad to see you're still alive, and any other mod I may have missed. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay safe, watch severe weather and the tropics. I'll see you guys whenever I stream or do a video next. Have a great rest of your night. Goodbye. Stay safe, watch severe weather in the tropics. I'll see you guys in another